Hello there fellow model makers, and welcome to the third part of my Flyhawk Models 1/700 scale HMS Prince of Wales build. So in the last two parts we put the hull together and completed the forward superstructure. It's time now to start on the aft superstructure, but before we get into that, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do click the bell icon to stay updated with future posts on the channel. Right then, back to the build. As with the previous superstructures, this one too is made up of several tiny parts that I tried to glue in place as cleanly as possible. This is one scale in which even a little extra thin cement may prove to be a lot. More detailing is added with photo etch parts. I have to attach a photo etch ramp onto the smoke funnel. Now I always used to find it hard to bend the support beams below the ramp to the correct angle before gluing the ramp in place. So what I do now is that I glue the ramp in place without bending the support beams below. Once the ramp is firmly in place, I now gently bend the support beams to their correct position. Now to replace the grill on top of the smokestack. I have gone over my preferred technique to do this in the previous edition of this series, so if you want you can check that out. The smokestack is now glued in place. The aft superstructure is now glued to the deck. Time to put together the aft mast. Like I mentioned before, I should have replaced these really fragile plastic masts with brass ones. These plastic ones are really nicely detailed, but they warp out of shape even when the slightest pressure is applied on them. In my case, when I rigged the ship, the arms on the mast got bent out of shape. This in turn misaligned the rigging. So to cut a long story short, I would suggest that you replace the masts with brass rods if you can. Time to put together the secondary guns. One of the biggest photo etch parts in this kit are the cranes. I start by first putting together the plastic base. Because the pieces are larger, I use this bending tool to bend the photo etch into the correct shape. The arm is then glued shut. Now the photo etch arm is glued to the plastic base. This last piece, I would suggest you do not use it. Instead, use a rigging line here. Some of the tiniest parts on the ship are these air intake vents. These ones come with the kit. As you can see, they are really tiny. Even then, they do have some detailing on them. That was the reason that I did not use the resin ones that came with the extras in the deluxe edition. I think the plastic ones will do just fine. Now for the last of the photo etch parts. A few ladders and plenty of railings. This is a very time-consuming task as most of the railings have to be bent correctly and then glued in. But with every piece added, the kit looks just a little bit better. The instructions are a little poor. For some reason, the good folks at Flyhawk decided to color code the railings, most in varying shades of red. I mean, what was wrong with the old number and pointy arrow instructions? Call me old-fashioned, but I think they work just fine. Right? Even more photo etch railing is added. I left the outer railing off for now, that would be glued in last. And this is what the completed kit looks like. A really fine model. Time to give it a black primer, which was done off screen. And here it is. Right then, fellow model makers. That's about all for this edition. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please do leave a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do press the bell icon for future updates. That's about all for now. Good luck, stay safe, and happy model making.